Have you ever heard of Saddam Hussein's Blood Quran? A dark night falls on Iraq. It's April 28th, 1997. The call for prayer is raised. Saddam Hussein has a calling from the divine. For his birthday gift, the ever-powerful Saddam Hussein wishes to honor God in a way he deems fit, creating the Quran, a book compiled with over 6,000 verses, from his blood. The motivations behind such actions have been speculated as those of ego, a way to assert power. But I truly believe that assessing another mind, one that is plagued by beauty and blessed by strife like Saddam, cannot simply be settled. Perhaps this act, clearly frowned upon by scholars of Islamic theology, was done with good intentions by Hussein, and because of that, it poses the question of if we can blame him for this action. The prison was a terrible, miserable place. I saw my relatives being tortured. One time, they buried my uncle in the sand up to his neck and left him in the heat. It was awful to watch. But the worst day was when they came for my father. Even then, I knew I would never see him again. I could feel it. My life has been full of dangers in which I have lost a lot of blood. But since I have bled only little, I asked somebody to write God's words with my blood in gratitude. The task was handled by Abbas Shakir Judi, a master calligrapher known for his skill. Over the course of 2 years, Saddam reportedly donated between 24 and 27 liters of his blood, a staggering amount, far beyond what is normally safe for any human. One by one, each stroke of the quill, a mixture of Saddam's blood and chemical preservatives, transforming sacred text into a symbol of vanity and mortal power. But doubt, which I hope you can look at through a nuanced perspective, hung over the project from the very beginning. Could Saddam have truly given that much blood? The act, as described, would have made any man dangerously anemic. Celso Bianco, a blood donation expert, expressed disbelief, noting that such a donation would have taken nearly a decade under normal conditions. Some speculated that it was not Saddam's blood at all. Perhaps, they whispered, it was the blood of his countless victims, the innocents who had suffered under his rule. Whatever the truth, the result was chilling. The Blood Quran, 605 pages inscribed in red, each word created from a substance both sacred and sinister. A blasphemous intertwining of the human and the divine, a defilement of what Muslims believe to be the direct revelation of God. The book was placed within the Mother of All Battles Mosque, housed in a hexagonal marble building set on an artificial lake, its location as secretive and exclusive as its creation. Few were allowed to see it. Its pages remain hidden, a dark artifact in a place meant to honor the divine.
Last night, a square mile in central Baghdad seemed like hell on earth. An inferno.
After the fall of Baghdad in 2003, the Blood Quran disappeared from public view. The custodians of the mosque took it into storage, hiding it away from the looting and destruction that swept through the city. The theological debate over its fate began almost immediately. Could such a book, stained as it was with both blood and ego, be allowed to exist? Should it be preserved as a dark relic of brutal regime, or destroyed to purge the blasphemy it embodied? Ali al-Musawi, a spokesperson for Iraq's prime minister, says, the blood Quran should be kept, not as a treasure, but as a reminder of Saddam's brutality. He argued that while it should never be displayed in a museum, its existence spoke volumes about the man who ordered it. Not many have seen this blood Quran, but those who have say it is beautiful, sublime, a true work of religious art. Because of the book's controversial medium, one's thought process while reading it may stray to the complication of if the letters they are reading were, literally, made of purity or filth, instead of contemplating the words of the divine, which would be considered a great sin in Islamic theology. The words of God are meant to outlive kings, yet Saddam, in a final act of defiance, sought to inscribe himself into them, only to have the very book that bears his blood now hidden away, a shadow in the annals of history.